Bluff City Media presents The Anthony Sain Show with your host, Anthony Sain. Now, let's get to the show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Anthony Sain Show. I'm in a horrible mood, just to let y'all know, man. StreamYard is doing StreamYard shit this afternoon, man. It is really ticking me off. As you notice, I normally have a mic to my face, and I normally sound crystal clear. This ain't that. I don't know how I sound. I probably sound like a bag of shit right now, courtesy to our good friends at StreamYard. We're paying them like $50 a month for this shit to be not working. And then Rusty, it used to be where they had the thing at the bottom where you could have you can instantly get somebody a live rep while you're literally on the air, and that don't even exist no more. I'm sitting up here, man. Saturday is the big shop day, bro. I'm cutting the hair off Saturday morning, man. Getting rid of the braids, man. Going back to the F boy fade. It's coming real soon. It's back by popular demand, bro. But I'm feeling away, bro. Like this is really ruining my early morning, my early afternoon, man. That StreamYard is having these type of issues where, especially considering what we pay for this bullshit. But I know one person that can definitely make things a lot better, man. He is our guest today. I don't have many guys that I call my silent mentors, but this brother is definitely one of them. I keep an eye on him, man. An amazing brother. NBA insider Brandon Scoop B. Robinson joins us now. Scoop B, what's going on, my guy?
Working my tail off. How you?
Man, I'm already knowing, man. It's good to have you on the show, bro. Welcome to the Anthony Sain Show, of course. Brother, I've been peeping you out on Twitter, but I really started following you big time during the whole Jimmy Butler to Memphis fiasco that was going on a few months back.
Remember?
Yeah, I know you do. But going back to that whole thing, man, like what was that whole describe that process, because I know you got a lot of heat during that time as well. You get a lot of heat all the time, but describe that process as far as the information.
Yeah, that was in February, I believe, like January, February. If my recollection serves me correctly, this was during the time when I was getting a lot of intel that supported the fact that Jimmy was interested in Milwaukee, and that mutually there was interest. Of course, a guy that went to Marquette and has ties to the area, and then on the flip side, Memphis was a team that I gauged interest in those who know over on that side, and they'd welcome him, from what I was told. But then I was hearing through back channels that he didn't want to go, and then you kind of see the news that came out recently, or it wasn't news, it was opinion based thought process on First Take. Stephen A. Smith said that, a lot of guys don't want to come to Memphis because they don't feel safe. And to me, when I heard that, I don't know that Jimmy fit that bill. Jimmy is a pretty how do I phrase this? He's a self-aware but also secure guy. So I didn't see that being an issue. But then the Warriors conversation came about, and I was having conversations with the Suns, and there was interest there, of course, but it was more along the lines of the fact that the Bradley Beal contract needed to be moved. And, Miami is interested in Bradley Beal, still is. It just didn't work out. There was just a lot of, forgive me for not giving it to you as laser sharp as I had it back in January.
Yeah, for sure.
There's been a lot of snowstorms and a lot of things that have happened since. I'm an East Coaster. But the way that I remember it, there was interest from Memphis. It was just a matter of how do we make this happen? There was a lot of conversation about on the Suns side, and the Suns had a lot of issues there. It just was a lot of moving parts that were there. So we are now in July, and some of those things that I said, are kind of finding their way back on the Memphis side, because you're hearing this conversation and this dialogue about players and them not wanting to come to Memphis, or just what Memphis looks like, and that's it. That's what I got.
It's been a common refrain here that the reason why Jimmy didn't want to come is because it got back to his camp that Memphis wasn't interested in extending him and giving him the deal that Golden State did. And if that was the case, it probably would have been a Jimmy Butler and Memphis connection going on. Do you pretty much agree with that as well?
I can see it. I won't say I agree with it. I can see it. But but if you remember, this was during a time where Taylor Jenkins was still a head coach. And I can tell you that back then, I can tell you on record that Ja Morant wanted Jimmy and Memphis. And there was a thought process there that would help bolster that team, and that team would be in a good spot playoff wise, competitive wise.
Yeah.
They were missing that one piece. So as far as what you said about not wanting to extend, I've also heard on the back end different reports. Like I've heard on one end what you said, but I've also heard on the other end Jimmy wouldn't want to resign and extend. So I've heard it both ways, is what I'm saying.
Right. Right, for sure. So far, man, it's been a pretty busy free agent season. Kind of busy in a different way. Not as many big signings with guys going to new teams, but just busy as far as creative ways that teams are building their roster, signing trades, and all these stuff, using trading to exceptions, and all. Especially you look at what the Grizzlies did, right? The way that they maneuver things to get under the cap to renegotiate and extend Jaren Jackson's contract, something I never heard of until later this year. And then people were saying, well, that's what they did with Lauri Markkanen. That's what they did with all these different guys, right? So what do you think of, what's your opinion so far on the not just the activity, but the creativity that some teams are using to build their rosters going forward?
Kudos to them. I don't have an ill will to speak. I mean, even when you look at the Bucks waiving Damian Lillard, creative ways to pay the money out and things like that. Like, the math is mathing. So I'm not really surprised. I think it's just, I think in the climate that we're in, and guys, players and organizations are being more loyal or more on the same page with representation and with the organizations. And I think that's kind of indicative upon the fact that a lot of front office people are former agents. And so, and those players' agents have crossed paths with those front office people. So there's always a conversation. There's always consistent communication between agents, front office people, and more. And I think that's just where we are right now.
I'm gonna piggyback on something you just said, because something that we hear a lot in Memphis. A lot of people say this, but I really don't think they understand how much actual truth may be to what they're saying. They're not saying exactly this, but this is what I'm gonna say. And that's Zach Kleiman, the GM of the Grizzlies, right? He came in as a lawyer. He doesn't have that agent background. He doesn't have that former player background either. Do you think that his background kind of makes things difficult to navigate when it comes down to being a general manager and pulling off certain moves that he may want to pull? Because he didn't come from that fraternity that these guys come from.
I won't badmouth him because I don't want to get any phone calls, but I'll speak in generalities in this specific situation.
Yeah.
I think that today's general manager or team president is either a former player who studied under general managers or owners, or he's an agent who became a president or a GM. Like, if we're looking at the coaching situations throughout sports, not just basketball or football, where you have a Dion who was a marquee player and then became a coach at college level. You saw that in football. Or you have someone like a Jason Kidd or a Steve Nash who was a point guard and was respected and was an extension on the floor and then became a head coach, right? You're seeing a similar transition in front office. But then you're also seeing hybrids. Like you're seeing, for example, how the former Warriors GM Bob Myers was in Golden State, left, is doing TV, and then it's basically a connector of dots for the Washington Commanders. And it's all about relationships. It's all about who will answer your phone calls. And it's about knowledge and what people perceive you to be. And if they perceive you to be as such, you will always have a job. You will always have staying. As it relates to the general manager, Mr. Kleiman of the Memphis Grizzlies, if you're looking for more connectivity, it'll come. But I kind of push back on that a little bit because in this space, everybody knows everybody. Everybody has a book of numbers that they can call. And I've also learned this in having conversations with other general managers. There are general managers that have whole group chats. There are general managers that and or team owners who golf together, whose families know one another. I mean, heck, I know that if you guys know the drink Sincoro, that is owned by the Boston, the majority owner of the Boston Celtics. It's with Grossbeck and Emilia Fasari. They co-own it with Michael Jordan. They co-own it with Jeannie Buss. They co-own with the owner of the Bucks and the Denver Nuggets. They all go on trips together and hang out. Like the NBA is really, it's not that big. Like you've got team owners that own a liquor brand together. So you don't think managers are finding ways to connect as well? So I think with him, he may have his group of people, and maybe, you know, over time he'll expand it even more or kind of dial back a little bit. I just think about people's preferences.
For sure. In regards to the Grizzlies, again, I know you're a very informed guy. The Grizzlies, of course, we need a center right now. We got Jaren Jackson Jr., who may be out maybe for the first few weeks of the season, possibly a month or so. Are you hearing any rumblings about the Memphis Grizzlies? I'm not saying I'm not trying to get you to come out and say names of what you're hearing. If you want to do that, you can do that too. But are you hearing any rumblings regarding the Grizzlies being busy this offseason?
You ain't going to get me because the answer is no. I haven't heard it.
All right. Got you. Another thing I wanted to ask you, you are a person who speaks your mind very well on Twitter. That's something I definitely admire about you. How are you able to navigate through the nonsense and the double standards, so to speak, that you see on Twitter?
Because half of the shit I laugh at. Half the shit I share to my friends in group text, and half of it is fucking dumb. Twitter is stupid.
Facts.
Listen. If you know somebody's stupid, why respond stupidly back? When you know somebody's dumb, when you know the rooms that you're in, who gives a fuck?
Right, come on, bro. Come on.
Flip that, Kenny.
So when you respond with logic, people get insulted because
they want to hear dumb shit.
Yeah. And I mean, like you asked me about that, like people. So my mom passed away 3 years ago, had stage 4 cancer.
Yeah, I saw that.
If you look at the pin tweet on my Twitter account, it's a picture of my mother and I. And the caption is "I love you." If you go down the comments,
the mentions,
people calling us fat motherfuckers, people calling me this, people be calling, and it's like, bro, I'm big. I'm not Yokozuna big, and I'm sexy. So like when you talk about me and you talk about my mother's not here to defend herself. But it's like, yo, you really sick. People will find ways to pick. They'll say stuff to you online that they wouldn't say to your face.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And it's crazy because I grew up in an era where there was rules of engagement. There's certain places you don't talk about somebody's mother. You damn sure don't talk about somebody's dead mother. And it's not that they don't know. They know, and they're still doing it because they're looking for reaction. But when you know who you are, you're secure yourself, that actually offends people more. I'm finding it's weird energy.
Sain, you didn't tell me he was going to church today, man. That'll preach, man. That's
I had
awesome.
to bring my guy on, man, for real. Yeah, I had to bring him on. Because I found myself being entertained by some nonsense concerning me yesterday. It was pure comedy. And it was free, man. Like, to be able to watch this for free is amazing. But yeah, but for sure. I got one final question for you, Scoop, before we let you go. Do you think that the rumors of unrest in Los Angeles are real concerning LeBron James and the Lakers?
I think that there are conversations that are being had. I think the first step is him requesting a trade. I think that, well, I've shared this, and you can check out my over at Scoopy.com in the blog section. I wrote an article earlier this week where I discussed a conversation that LeBron and Kyrie had 2 years ago where they were on the phone talking. And I know if you pay attention to my reporting, you know that you take 2 things to the bank for sure. Things about the New Orleans Pelicans and things concerning Kyrie Irving. Track record speaks for itself. And I know that there was a conversation that the two of them had. And at the end of the conversation, LeBron and Kyrie, concluded with LeBron telling Kyrie, then I'll think about it. And, I guess he's been thinking about it for 2 years. But I saw a report that came out today from Dave McMenamin, who, shared that basically the Mavs are not willing to offer anything from their core nucleus to get LeBron James, and that it would come down to whether or not he got a buyout. And that's kind of similar information that I got from someone close to LeBron 2 years ago. They said to me, LeBron is not going to LA, is not going to Dallas. Kyrie can come to LA, and LeBron is damn sure not going to take a buyout. So those are the things I'm hearing. I know that in order for him to go to Cleveland, a lot of mountains would have to be moved. And it's kind of similar to Dallas, where you'd have to give up a ton of your core nucleus in order to make that happen. So then you look at the Warriors, you look at Denver. I know that there a few years ago where there was rumors, I think early on in like 2019, about LeBron potentially wanting to be traded. I know Denver's name was a name that I was hearing back then. Again, it's 2025 now, excuse me. I think it's a situation where LA has to continue to get certain pieces. I don't subscribe to the notion that you trade Rui Hachimura and a bunch of other guys to get Andrew Wiggins. I think that is Miami wanting to get better when people are just not wanting to go to Miami like that. I said something about that a couple of months ago on the internet, particularly Miami Heat Twitter. Thought I was crazy, but that's part of the reason why there's a difficulty with even Giannis coming to Miami, because of just the old school way of doing things. A lot of these players are more progressive, and they want a player's coach and a player's front office, and there's a logjam there. I think sometimes guys like Pat Riley can be in their own way. So answer to your question about LeBron specifically, if he asks for a trade formally, there will be swarms of teams lining up at their door. I have not heard anything currently to suggest that he has formally asked out. I also think that LeBron typically lasts about 4 years, 3 to 4 years on a team before he goes elsewhere. LA, he's been there a lot longer. I think coming home to Cleveland would be dope. I thought when he signed that extension with the Lakers, Cleveland would have been a good fit back then. So would the Philadelphia 76ers. 2025, different ballgame. I think Cleveland would have a lot project.
It's just, I get it, man. It just sounds crazy to me to think about. If I'm a team, if I'm giving you enough money to match a $53 million contract for 41-year-old LeBron James, it seems crazy, bro. Like trading him just seems so crazy in 2020. Trading for him at this point just sounds crazy.
It's interesting you bring that up because, when you looked at my reporting last month about the Spurs, the conversation between Phoenix and San Antonio simply was that San Antonio did not like the thought process of investing in a 2-year rental with KD potentially, right? And I know that when Phoenix and San Antonio were having conversations, San Antonio offered Phoenix the 14th pick in this year's draft and other pieces in that. And Phoenix said no. Phoenix wanted the number 2 pick. And then I reported also that Dylan Harper had his workouts with the Spurs twice. Once in San at his high school, Don Bosco Prep in New Jersey. I'm actually an alum. Don Bosco, the jersey in the back. Don Bosco
okay. Yes, sir.
The conversation that San Antonio was having was they did not see investing 2 years in KD. And I'm not calling KD old. I respect his game. I still think he has a lot left. But a lot of times people look at names and don't look at mileage and how much time certain people may have left. And does that investment equal an instant championship? I think those are the questions that they're asking. So a lot of times teams want the slow cooked meal at home rather than Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, and Burger King. You can't always have it your way.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's a good reminder for Grizzlies fans. We're trying to build in a smaller market as well. Just that we need to be patient with the process, trust the process, that you can have a homegrown team similar to an Indiana or Oklahoma City who's just built through the draft and acquiring some of those fringe pieces. I do want to ask a question real quick about the Kevin Durant trade. There's been some rumors in the last couple of days that could kind of expand into a larger, possibly an 8-team trade. Brandon, are you hearing any validity to that, or is that just media speak?
I can see it, and I can see it. I haven't heard anything, no, but I can see it based upon past examples, and one that comes to mind was the Russell Westbrook Washington. Lakers trade, where they expanded the trade. And I remember contacting a GM on one of those teams. And I said to them, do you see it just being straight up Russell, Kuzma, and what have you? And they said to me, I've already cursed, so I don't give a fuck.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Yeah.
They said, I don't give a fuck how long it takes. We're not budging just because other teams want us to. We're going to ride this shit out. And so when I saw that news the other day, to me, it was the same energy. Based off of the fact that there was a precedent set a few years ago with that trade. And you saw, if I'm not mistaken, Brooklyn was in that particular trade. The Wizards, the Lakers. I think Sacramento was in it because it expanded. Wasn't Spencer Dinwiddie? Like, it was just a lot of...
I think it was. Yep.
So in answer to your question, yes, I can see it being expanded because a lot of teams want to cut or keep cap space and be able to make other moves. So no, it would be surprising to me if it was 7 or 8 teams.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Scoop, we appreciate you coming on today, man. I'm gonna let you get back to your day. Thank you so much, brother. You came in and dropped a sermon on us down here in the South. It's a church on every corner, man. Hey, so you speaking our language, man, for sure.
Fellow believers,
oh yes, sir.
I'm thank you for the opportunity to be myself.
For sure. Oh yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Appreciate you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. That was my guy, man. That was my guy, Scoop B. Scoop B Robinson. Checking out ScoopB.com. NBA Insider, man. That's my dog right here, man. You can go ahead and drop my guy Scoop out if you would, Russ. So appreciate you, big dog. For sure. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. By my guy Scoop B, man, for sure. Asked him if you heard anything about the Grizzlies. He said, no, I ain't hearing about y'all bum ass small town ass organization. Hey, I love it, man. I love it. But yeah, the Grizzlies definitely got some work to do, man. Definitely gotta get a big in here. That's you looked at it becoming soon. Got guys like my guy Precious Achua, former.
I was going to ask you about him, man. Yeah, I think he'd be a good fit.
Yeah, he'd be a good fit, man. Dude was just a dog. He could defend multiple positions, man. He was the guy. People thought he was a wing and coming out of high school. So he's progressed to be a 4 or 5 in the NBA for sure. Well, man, we about to take a break, man. We come back. The 3-pointer, man, on Anthony Sain Show. See you guys in a minute.
Looking for an alternative to alcohol or conventional medicine? Check out Ounce of Hope, a Memphis-based dispensary with 2 local stores in the Sanderland Center and on South Cooper Street. You can get all the products you need in a location convenient to you. Each store offers an intentional shopping experience with dedicated bud tenders to answer all of your questions, from product selection and mushroom blends to our personal favorite, the Delta 9 seltzers. You gotta try the Peach Buzz. Try Ounce of Hope at either one of their 2 Memphis stores or at www.ounceofhope.com for convenient products shipped right to your door. Use the promo code BluffCity for 15% off any order, excluding sale items. Cannot be used in conjunction with other promotions or discounts. One use per customer.
I mean, it's like, I get optimism, but it's like he's never been through a Memphis Grizzly injury before. It will take the maximum amount of time possible.
I get it, man. Listen, like my initial report last night was, I have no words. This is nightmare fuel. Like, that's what went through my mind at first, because it can be. I mean, it can. And it has ended, like, I hate to be this guy, but it has ended careers. There have been football players, countless football players who have had their careers ended by turf toe. So if you want to go that route, we can. But I'm going to choose optimism and say it's going to be 3 or 4 months before he's back playing. Heard it here first. Ask Dr. Buckets. I'm speaking it into existence that Jaren is playing basketball by Thanksgiving.
Just disappointing. You're like coming right off the heels of this $240 million max extension. It's like, this is the last bit of news.
He's going to get that money regardless whether he's got 1 foot
Of
or
course.
2 foot or whatever is going on, and he deserved it.
He could have a Deion Sanders foot, and he should still sign the contract.
Tune in to The Daily Grind with your host, Luke Hatmaker, every Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. live on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. In the heart of the Highland Strip for 27 years, Trilogy Tattoo has helped tell stories for Memphians for generations. Located at 530 South Highland, Richie and his team are waiting to help you tell yours.
From tattoos to piercings, your body art should be as unique as you are. Voted a Memphis Flyer top 3 tattoo shop in the city of Memphis since day one. Your story will be safe here at Trilogy Tattoo.
Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 11, and 3 to 11 on Sundays. They have convenient times waiting on you. Let Trilogy Tattoo help you tell your story.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Sain Show. I forgot to check to see if StreamYard was still tripping, man. You know, I'm a what's the word? Not hypochondriac. What's the word, man? I got PTSD, not PTSD.
ADD, ADHD, OCD.
OCD when it comes down to certain things, man. I want stuff to be the way it always is, bro. I'm sitting up here this grainy ass video, man. Probably sound like I'm talking through a damn can and a string right now on this AirPod, man. It's really pissing me out, bro, for real. I'm gonna have to give StreamYard a piece of my mind. For sure. But somebody who will never disappoint you, who will never let you down, Rusty Whitten, is our good friends at Trilogy Tattoos, man.
Yes,
check them out over there on Highland, 27 years in the business. The big dogs, man. Big dogs, just like my guy, Scoop B. Robinson, man. They going to stand on their word, man. Stand on principle, man. Stand on business over there at Trilogy Tattoo. Been there for a long time. Go in there, get yourself straight, man. Award-winning Trilogy Tattoos, man. Award-winning on both sides, on the tattoo side and on the piercing side, man, over there at Trilogy Tattoos. Let them get you straight, man. My man, Richie Jarvis, showing love to us forever. Long-time listener, long-time supporter, and official sponsor of the Anthony Sain Show. Go check him out at Trilogy Tattoos. But my brother, it is time for the three-pointer. Go on, hit that music, my guy. We going to hop into this thing. I'm struggling without my mic, man, but I'm used to having the mic to the mouth, man. But I'm going with the AirPods. First of all, happy birthday to the Memphis Grizzlies, man. Today is the day, Rusty, when we celebrate the day that the NBA officially announced that Memphis will be getting an NBA team. I remember young 20-year-old Anthony Sain, bro. I was a grown-ass man when the Grizzlies got here. I remember young 20-year-old Anthony Sain working in Foot Locker, man, when the Grizzlies came, being super excited. I remember seeing the first Memphis Grizzlies jersey hit our inventory, got off the truck. I think it was Jason Williams joined us, Shane Battier, one of them. I think those are the two we got in, Jay Will and Battier. Maybe Powell. I think it was Jay Will and Battier, though. The first Memphis Grizzlies jersey. I remember buying my Power Pack, like an 8-game pass. I want to say it was like $80 or something like that. Yeah. Sitting at the top of the goddamn pyramid, man. I just remember being so excited, man. A little known fact, both the Charlotte Hornets and the Vancouver Grizzlies applied to move their teams to Memphis. And we ended up getting the Grizzlies. A lot of people don't even remember that. You gotta be an old man like me.
I was a freshman in high school in South Haven when they came in, and I just remember being so stoked. My mom took us to those games. Like you said, we'd sit way up in the pyramid because you buy those $5 seats, and by halftime, you could sit in the lower bowl and nobody say anything because it kind of like the crowds were a little thin early, but they were a ton of fun, man. And I was super stoked. Yeah, man. I was a big Vancouver fan. I had a reversible Bryant Reeves jersey, and so when they came to Memphis, I was fired up, man.
Yeah, man. I used to like those Mike Bibby, Sharif Abdul-Rahim teams, Mike Dickerson as well. I used to rock with them on the video game sometimes. And when they came, man, I was excited to see them here. We were asked for a long time, man, but I don't think a lot of people in Memphis understand that in the 25 years we've been, that the Grizzlies have been here, I think we've been to the playoffs 15 out of 25, bro.
Like a lot of people have been spoiled by success, right? They've been spoiled by success because they don't realize how hard it was in the early days.
Yeah, I don't think people realize how few teams can say that they've been to the playoffs 15 out of the last 25 years. You know what I mean? Yeah. But just such a joy to have this team here, man. Going back to those Tiger Solid games, I remember the power dunk on Kevin Garnett, the J. Will flashy passes, bro. Lorenzo Wright, a former Tiger, being on the team. Stromile Swift, that era. And then, Mike Miller comes in. You had that run. Then you fast forward things to, of course, we had the kind of the run and gun era when you had the Rudy Gay, OJ Mayo, the young Mike Conley, that team. And then you went into the grit and grind era, man. With of course, Tony Allen, Zach Randolph, Marcus Gasol, Mike Conley. You had that era. And now we're in the Grizz next gen era. And now our next gen guys are growing up, you know what I mean? And we're back to Jared and Josh. Back to the origin story, man, of the new GNG, the Grizz next gen. And I guess we're gonna call them grown. Grizz now grown or something.
Grizz now grown. I like that. Hey, shout out, keep going to the comments. That Stromile Swift dunk on Yao Ming is a highlight of mine, man. He was the first high flyer for the Grizzlies, tearing the rim off in the pyramid, man. I enjoyed those early teams.
Just so many dope memories over the years, man. I had this conversation with somebody the other day, and they were saying, "Man, if Ja gets hurt again, like, you got to trade him, right?" I'm like, "No, bro. Like, you don't trade. You don't get rid of somebody that gives you memories, bro. Like, and it's giving you so many memories. Like, if the Grizzlies never win a championship, the memories you'll have of having a fun, competitive team, that type of stuff matters, bro. Like, and I had this conversation when I said, man, you were here for the grit and grind era. Outside of an injury-riddled playoff series where we kind of walked to the Western Conference Finals because everybody got hurt in front of us, that grit and grind team didn't do anything in the playoffs, bro. They had that one run. And outside of that, we won in the first round a couple times, and we got our ass sent to the house. And teams that were more athletic than us, teams that could run, they were high power, they got our ass up out of there quickly, bro. You know what I mean? And that's like, we didn't really have a ton of success with that team. We went to the conference finals. But, like, Minnesota's done that twice in the last 2 years. Like, you know what I mean? The team we beat, the team we beat in the first round a few years ago, that team's been to the conference finals twice. James Harden did it 3 times with 3 different teams. You know what I mean? Like, it's like we didn't really reach great heights with that team. You know what I mean? Yeah. But who's gonna say that we didn't have a good time? Who's gonna say that era wasn't amazing, bro? Like the memories we had were phenomenal, bro. So, like, whether you're a championship team or not, I get it. You know, the goal is to win a championship. But if you're a good competitive team and you have an exciting player like Ja Morant, I don't really care how the season ends. It's frustrating. It's frustrating when the season ends with Ja on his back. You know what I mean? You hate to see it. But like I said, that's a totally different discussion. Happy birthday to the Grizz, man. Coming up on 25. I'm getting excited thinking about where I was. Excited how excited I was. The Round Town commercials and bring the commercials back with the players on them, man. Let's get to know these dudes, man, for sure. But yeah, man, number 2, bro. Mike Brown, hired as the coach of the Knicks, aka Rick Brunson Jr.
It's a good fit, man. It's a good fit for Mike Brown there. He's that old school. They still play that old school mentality, and he can handle the bright lights of New York, unlike one Taylor Jenkins, who had been considered. Man,
I don't want to throw too much shade on TJ, man. I think Taylor Jenkins is 100% going to end up on the Spurs bench. He's going to be on the Spurs bench. I can tell you that now. A guy was talking on ESPN radio this morning, not 92.9. I mean, not local, but the national show that comes on in the morning. It was like Mike Brown fired 4 times, and the last team that fired him was the Sacramento Kings. Why should I get excited? I was like, shit, man. That's been my thing too, because Grizzlies fans are like, oh man, we need to go get an experienced coach. You need to go get Mike Brown. He's like, bro, like, that dude got fired by everybody, bro. And he rode like one of the greatest teams of all time as an assistant coach to 4 championships. Like. And whenever, like, I remember Steve Kerr missed playoff games. I don't want to say Mike Brown was the coach or what's the guy's name? Luke Walton was the coach, and he still was winning. Like, bro, like, that team has been on autopilot for a decade, bro. But yeah, shout out to Mike Brown to the Knicks. Also in coaching news, Jared Dudley, a guy that was definitely in the running, definitely someone that we were pulling for to be on Tomas Isolow's staff with the Memphis Grizzlies. Has been hired by the Denver Nuggets. I'm hoping my guy, Slick wanted Adrian Griffin get the gig anyway. I ain't saying that just because Dudley ain't turned us down, but I would love to see former head coach Adrian Griffin get this job, a guy who was doing a phenomenal job in Milwaukee. I'm sure the Bucks probably in hindsight Giannis M, not GM, Giannis M of the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo, parted ways with him, and I'm sure he probably regrets some of that as well because it's been kind of goofy over there ever since. It seemed like things just started spiraling ever since then. And shout out to Giannis for being the most a lot so bad player in the NBA, man. For being the guy you think is just this nice, humble, want to give you a hug ass dude, but might be the most cutthroat dude in the NBA, man. Because for this man to sit up here and play like oh man, I felt the way about trading Damian Lillard, but you traded Damian Lillard. You got Damian Lillard out here, bro.
That and you got Adrian Griffin out there, man. What you talking about? Like Jared Dudley though. Jared Dudley does hurt, especially going to the Nuggets, man, because the Nuggets just got richer,
gonna
right?
be good as hell.
They've been be real good. They went from no depth to all depth. Now they got Jared Dudley. That one stings a little bit, but Denver's good as hell.
Denver's my pick to win the championship this year. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
No doubt.
Because Houston's gonna be good. Houston's gonna be good. OKC gonna be good, of course. Denver coming for blood, bro. I feel some San Antonio Spurs 2000 whatever year that we put the Spurs out, and then they were like dead set on killing us for a decade.
Listen,
hey, Denver, I feel like they were like, all right, bro, this OKC shit is over.
Nikola Jokic is pissed. He didn't get the MVP. He had a shit team around him. Like you talking about coming from blood. He's gonna average a triple double all next year. They're gonna be something.
Hey, that man gonna come in the training camp with the Drake abs. You see the picture of Drake? That man gonna come to camp. Fit like a motherfucker. What? I'm trying to tell you. Oh man. Number 3, man. We'll wrap it up this way. The University of Memphis sealed a home series with Vanderbilt. My guy Kenny Stoverfield been talking shit to every fringe Power 5 conversation. Like you bum ass teams. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that shit would be dope if teams at the bottom could get voted out of their conference. I heard something like that might be coming too, bro. Like your spot in these that they're talking about making it where it's one big power league. But your spot ain't guaranteed. Teams in the bottom can fight.
It'd be like the European Soccer League, right? Where you got relegation down and you can get promoted up. Like I love that idea, man. I really do.
Because Vanderbilt, we coming for you, bro. For sure.
Coming for blood.
Me and my girlfriend went to this couples thing, right? Like this couples like game night thing, right? And it was cool. My friend Jerry Wilson does it. We went to this couples game night. They had these competitive interactive games. And there was one couple, it's an older white guy, probably like 70 years old, right? 60 something. And his black wife, and she's old too, right? I'm sorry, excuse me, y'all. Older couple, right? The color never ain't the age matters, but the color ain't got that to do with nothing. But it was some type of game, right? Yeah. And it was like our turn, we were next. They asked us, who y'all want to play? Like, y'all ass. You y'all all ass up here. And I said that for why? Why did I say this? What am I comparing this to? Damn it.
Vanderbilt. Yeah.
I said this in regards to the University of Memphis. We play Vanderbilt. When it comes down to teams and we want to boot them out of here so we can get to a bigger conference, Vandy, we coming for you, man. Get y'all ass over here. Get y'all doctorate having ass. Future physicians of America ass.
Smart ass, engineering ass out of here.
Yeah. Get y'all save the world ass, cure for cancer ass school. Gotta get y'all up out of here, bro. We come to play basketball and football, bro. We ain't trying to cure cancer, bro. We ain't trying to get the vaccine for COVID 25, COVID 30. We on y'all ass. But yeah, man, we're gonna take a break, man. When we come back inside the same brain, man, me and Rusty we're gonna build a perfect 4th of July plate. It's gonna be a little bit of mine, a little bit of his. We're gonna get that 4th of July plate banging on y'all. We're gonna talk about them when we come back in a minute. See y'all in a second for Instant Sain Show.
Looking for an alternative to alcohol or conventional medicine? Check out Ounce of Hope, a Memphis-based dispensary with 2 local stores in the Sanderlin Center and on South Cooper Street. You can get all the products you need in a location convenient to you. Each store offers an intentional shopping experience with dedicated bud tenders to answer all of your questions, from product selection and mushroom blends to our personal favorite, the Delta 9 seltzers. You gotta try the Peach Buzz. Try Ounce of Hope at either one of their 2 Memphis stores or at www.ounceofhope.com for convenient products shipped right to your door. Use the promo code Bluff City for 15% off any order, excluding sale items. Cannot be used in conjunction with other promotions or discounts. One use per customer.
I mean, it's like, I mean, I get optimism, but it's like he's never been through a Memphis Grizzly injury before. It will take the maximum amount of time possible.
I get it, man. Listen, like my initial report last night was, I have no words. This is nightmare fuel. Like, that's what went through my mind at first, because it can be. I mean, it can. And it has ended, like, I hate to be this guy, but it has ended careers. There have been football players, countless football players who have had their careers ended by turf dose. If you want to go that route, we can. But I'm going to choose optimism and say it's going to be 3 or 4 months before he's back playing. Heard it here first. Ask Dr. Buckets. I'm speaking it into existence that Jaren is playing basketball by Thanksgiving.
Just disappointing. You're like coming right off the heels of this $240 million max extension. It's like, this is the last bit of news.
He's going to get that money regardless whether he's got 1 foot or 2 foot or whatever's going on, and he deserved it.
He could have a Deion Sanders foot, and he should still sign the contract.
Tune into The Daily Grind with your host, Luke Hatmaker, every Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. live on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. In the heart of the Highland Strip for 27 years, Trilogy Tattoo has helped tell stories for Memphians for generations. Located at 530 South Highland, Richie and his team are waiting to help you tell yours.
From tattoos to piercings, your body art should be as unique as you are. Voted a Memphis Flyer top 3 tattoo shop in the city of Memphis since day one. Your story will be safe here at Trilogy Tattoo.
Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 11, and 3 to 11 on Sundays. They have convenient times waiting on you. Let Trilogy Tattoo help you tell your story.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. Final segment of the show, man. Shout out again to our guy, man, Brandon Scoop B. Robinson, who joined us earlier in the show, man. Just a super professional. Man, I love a brother, man, who, like, does what he does. Because I ain't gonna lie, Rusty. As a black man in media, bro, I know the bullshit that comes our way. And I see the double standards. I see the energy besides the bullshit that comes to my guy on Twitter sometimes. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I had a mentee at one time that was a mentee of mine that was in the Grizzlies field doing Grizzlies stuff, right? And I got a little tidbit of information, and I gave it to him. They said, "Man, put that shit out." That man got nothing but retweets and likes, bro. Nothing but retweets and likes. You know what I'm saying? But if I put that shit out myself, bro, who's your source? Man, get your dad and trick. Like, for real, bro. Like, this, it's just how nasty this shit is sometimes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you have people who, I ain't gonna name no names, bro, but you got people on Twitter who put out just straight up bullshit information, and they get the heat, but it don't be filled with the type of vitriol sometimes that a brother get doing this shit, bro. Like I remember a few years back, man. What's my guy name who he spelled Memphis wrong? Chris Broussard, right? Chris Broussard gets the rapper putting out bad info. We talk about this all the time: the fluidity of information, how stuff changes, and all those type of things, and how just because I can tell you these teams are talking about this, that don't mean that I'm saying that trade's about to happen. Just be talking. Just like Scoop was saying, like teams, we sit there and talk trades all the damn time, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it could be truthfully stated. That don't mean that the man made the shit up because it didn't happen. You know what I mean? But what was I about to say, bro? Oh, like Chris Broussard, you remember the DeAndre Jordan stuff, right? And Chris Broussard was putting out information that was contrary to what Woj was saying. And I'm sitting in the back like, bro, y'all taking Woj's side and saying that how Broussard say this, how he know this, that man, like DeAndre Jordan said he was at his grandmama's house, right? Right? Chris Broussard might have been talking to the man's grandmama. I hate to say this, bro. I hate to go here. Actually, I don't. But white people, let me remind y'all something. We black. We the same colors as these players, bro. Like Scoopy said, I'm the player's insider. Like, I'm the insider the players fool with. When we walk into the locker room, man, it's a different type of energy. When we walk into any type of circle, it's a level of trust and understanding sometimes, just like it is with y'all. You know what I'm saying? That ain't being racist, bro. It's what it is. It's the comfort level. That man very well might have been talking to the man grandmama. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's been situations in Memphis, man, like real barbershop conversations that I didn't get information from. Because, like, this dude might be messing with this man's side chick is my guy's sister. Like, this Memphis, bro. Like, it ain't that hard to get that type of information, bro. Like, the shit be happening. But anyway, man, it's time for Inside the Same Brain. What I talked about was on a brother's mind. Rusty, I worked on Juneteenth, man. I worked on Juneteenth. I do not have an employer. I am not an employee of Bluff City Media. We are a partnership. I was given the option to work on Juneteenth tonight. I said, man, for the culture, man, I want to work, man. I want to get before my people on Juneteenth, right? I told Kenny today, it's over with for tomorrow, bro. I know it's short notice, it's over with. On white people Independence Day, I'm off, bro. I'm off. I'm in the house. But Rusty, something that is unfortunate about Juneteenth is that, like I talked about on the day of the show, it is not officially a turn up, get drunk, throw something on the grill. It is, but it ain't quite there, man. We ain't really quite on the barbecuing and, like, you know, rolling up a blunt or drinking something. We ain't really there yet on Juneteenth. It ain't got there yet amongst my people, right? So we still got to do the regular. My brother hit me up today. What's up, man? You bringing the kids over, you and Julia? What y'all come up? All that, you know, for 4th of July. It's how it's always been. But we ain't got that type of energy for Juneteenth yet. We ain't throwing that on the grill, right? But for 4th of July, we throw some on the grill, it goes down. For the first time ever on the Anthony Sain show, man, me and my guy Rusty Whitten are gonna prepare. We gonna come together. We gonna do a draft, bro. I'm gonna pick some. You gonna pick some.
All right.
It can be a meat. It can be a side dish. Whatever you want to do. But we gonna do three. We gonna draft 3 things. It's gonna be 6 things total. And I'm gonna do 1 honorable mention. Man, you can do honorable mention too, bro.
All right.
What we're gonna do. It's gonna be 8. It's gonna be 6 things that gotta be on the plate by the time we vote. And it's gonna be 2 honorable mentions. I'm gonna start out first, big dog. And I'm gonna throw a wild card out there, man. This is a 4th of July barbecue, right? But I gotta come with the smoked wings, no sauce, bro. The smoked chicken wing, no sauce, bro. Number 1 on it. Y'all throw y'all in the comments too, man. I want to put y'all plate together too, man. Hey, number 1, man, off top. I gotta have, man, y'all, bro. I ain't gonna say nothing else that you can put to that I picked that over because I don't want to put that in your head. But I gotta have. If I don't see those smoked wings, man, I can't. I can't do it. Smoked wing, number 1.
I grew up in the country, so I eat well. I didn't get this big on accident, and we always had dry smoked wings at our cookout. So you stole my first pick, man. I'm sitting over here all excited, laughing to take me some wings and put them on my plate. Well done, man. That's the true 101. But for me, on the 4th of July and big holidays, if we've got the smoker going for the wings, there's definitely going to be some ribs on there. And I don't want no sauce on them. I want a dry rub on those ribs. You can have a sauce if you need it on the side. But when I pull them ribs out, they're going to be smoked to perfection, crispy on the outside, and fall off the bone. So I'm going ribs, my first pick.
I got you. So we got, y'all help me out in the comments, man. Help me out on what we got, man. We got the smoked wings. We got the ribs. I'm with you. Dry with the sauce on the side. Spicy barbecue sauce on y'all side. Just as you want to know. Man, I got to throw another wild card, bro. I was about to get to the side dish. I was just about to get to the side dish, my guy.
Yeah.
I gotta see, bro, at least 1 burnt circle beef smoked sausage on the plate, bro. Hey, you better eat on what I'm on when I go. You better eat on what I'm on right now, Russ. I gotta have me at least a half of a cut in half, well done smoked circle beef, man. It gotta be on the plate, bro.
Yeah, we always did the Conica sausage. There's always sausage on there with my family cookout. It's like it's a South Alabama. It's a link sausage. It's phenomenal. It's super good.
I got you. That ain't your number 4, though.
No, it ain't. My next one. I'm agreeing with you. The sausage got to be there. My number 4, the one I'm going to go with, is you got to have baked beans with the ground beef in it. We'll cut up the onion, cut up bell pepper. We'll cook that ground beef. Put it in the beans. Put that on the grill. Let it smoke and cook on there with your meat. Yeah. You're gonna have, phenomenal side.
Yeah. Hey, I like that. Because I said, because when I was about to go with number 4, I said if I go 4, it might eliminate the beans. Gotta have the beans. So
yeah,
number 5, bro, my 3rd pick. There's some real nigga shit here, man. Hey, Man, we throwing some goddamn spaghetti on our plate. I don't know what y'all on. I don't know what y'all on, bro. I don't know what y'all on. I got some spaghetti on my plate, bro. With the meat in there. I ain't talking about Italian spaghetti. I'm talking about South Memphis spaghetti, man. With the man. Come on now.
Spaghetti is a main dish, and so I'm gonna leave that there. I am going to take. I know it's a side in y'all's culture, but where I come from, that's the main dish. Have a spaghetti and a salad. But I'm going to take last one for me, mac and cheese. I mean, creamy, cheesy mac and cheese, just like thick, like not the out of the box. I'm talking mama's in there putting cream cheese and cheddar and pepper jack in there, give a little spice, like the good mac and cheese.
But you baking it right? You baking it like a casserole, right?
Yeah, or it goes on the grill. Yeah, you got a big enough space, you can put it on the grill. Those slow cook in there. I'm telling you, man.
That's the nigga shit. That's the real nigga shit.
We never grew up eating good, man. I told you.
They said put that on the grill. Come on, bro. I never heard that one, bro. Hey, I have seen people do a smoke rotel though, so they don't tell. Hey, I'm sure that's somebody just said used to. I be in honorable mention territory, right?
Yep.
Man, you gotta have some cold on the side, man. Hey, so the potato salad, but it gotta be on that sour cream, kind of on that twice baked with a little bacon in that junk type energy with the potato salad, man. Yeah,
yes, sir.
Yeah, that's my honorable mention. That ain't gotta be on my plate. That ain't gotta be on my plate. That's my honorable mention though. What's yours?
So my honorable mention is going to come after we get done eating, and that's going to be some homemade vanilla ice cream out there churning. Got the cinnamon sitting on the side. As soon as it gets done, put a little cinnamon on top, and you are ready to top it off. We always do homemade ice cream on the 4th of July. 10 out of 10.
Hey, you know I'm black, man. We be lactose intolerant like a motherfucker. Hey, I'm gonna eat that shit though. My stomach gonna be fucked up. I'm gonna eat that shit.
Worth it. You might be combustible, but it's worth it.
with that what's this shit? What's that the potato salad too? Hey, come back with ice cream. Oh, it's over for you.
It's over.
Hey, there are some more honorable mentions in the comments. The cold beer for facts. Yeah. The deviled eggs would have been mine.
Good call, man.
I meant to. I want the deviled eggs, man.
We left that one off. That was a good call.
Somebody else said the Flowers family said the same thing. What you said, the homemade ice cream.
They know ball knower right there. Ball knower.
I ain't never really did the homemade ice cream though.
Listen, we've done Butterfinger, we've done like orange, we've done chocolate, strawberry. Like there's a million things. Oreo, cookies and cream, and all of them 10 out of 10. And kebabs. Shout out Keelan there. Kebabs is another good one.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. My girl put me on, bro. I never was on this really till me and her started dating. But she's a big corn on the cob girl because she was vegan at the time when I met her. Yeah, corn on the cob is hard too now.
You put it on the grill like a little butter, garlic, salt, pepper. Put it on the grill. Let it slow cook.
Rub on that hoe. Dry rub on that whole shit.
Tony Satcher is on there to get a nice little spicy, little kick to it. Come on.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you who I should have had this conversation with. We had the bomb conversation, but my guy, Chris Harrington, bro. Hey, that man know about some good ass Southern eating, man, for sure. The burnt bologna, yeah, facts. The burnt bologna.
Shout out there. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man, the burnt bologna.
Good stuff, man.
Homemade ice cream. I got Elwood Black, so I just ain't used to that in my particular home. But yeah, I'm seeing that people on there, bro.
Oh, barbecue bologna is another good call. You put that spicy sauce on it and get it a little burnt. Oh, a little slaw on the sandwich. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's king shit right there.
Hey. Hey, man. Who is this right here? Hey, man, we ain't on this rich folks shit. We ain't on the about no kebabs and shit, my guys.
Come on, man. Hey, listen, you got a pepper, onion, steak or chicken on there. Man, it's good, man.
Hey, I came up in poverty, man. I ain't see a steak on the grill. I was fought it.
I grew up on the cattle farm, so we had it. We just pulled it. We made it fresh, man. We weren't buying it. We were harsh.
Yeah, straight off the cow ass. They got down on it. But man, that was fun, man. Great show. We will not have a show tomorrow. I'm off, man. Hope you guys have a great holiday. For Rusty Whitten. Wait a minute. No, bro, I knew you were black, bro. That's what I'm saying. I know Elwood is black. I know that. You Evan brother, I think, right? But yeah, man. Yep. For my guy Rusty Whitten, Anthony Sain, my guy Kendra Stubblefield, rest up, man. Working your ass come Monday, man, for sure. Hoping the Grizzlies have bust a move over the weekend. Have something to talk about for sure. Rusty Whitten's Anthony Sain. See y'all next week. And we out.
Thank you for listening to the Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.